Imagine this. You're standing in the quiet aftermath of a confession, your heart still echoing the words you dared to speak. She smiles softly, but her eyes tell a different story, a story of hesitation, of something unspoken. She says no, yet her actions whisper otherwise. She lingers in your life, texts you late at night, laughs at your jokes a little too hard. It's a paradox that cuts deeper than rejection itself. She doesn't want you, but she doesn't want to let you go. Why does she stay? Is it kindness, guilt, or something darker? A need to keep you orbiting her world, even if you'll never belong in it. And why do you let her? Why does this limbo feel more intoxicating than clarity? The truth is, this isn't just about her. It's about you. It's about the part of you that clings to hope, even when it hurts. What if this isn't love or even longing? What if it's a mirror reflecting a deeper, more unsettling truth about who you are and what you're willing to endure? The question isn't what she wants. The question is, why are you still here? The tension you feel, this push and pull of hope and despair, isn't just emotional chaos. It's a symptom of something far deeper, rooted in the human psyche. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the part of us that clings to what hurts because it feels familiar, even safe. Nietzsche warned of the dangers of resentment, the toxic habit of attaching our worth to external validation, even when it destroys us. And Schopenhauer, ever the pessimist, saw this dynamic as a cruel trick of the will, a desperate attempt to avoid the void of rejection by clinging to scraps of attention. But why does this happen? Why do we tolerate ambiguity when it erodes our self-respect? The answer lies in our fear of abandonment, a primal wound that whispers, better to be half wanted than not wanted at all. Society compounds this. We're taught to romanticize pursuit, to see persistence as noble, even when it becomes self-destruction. And so we stay, not because we're weak, but because we've been conditioned to believe that love is supposed to hurt, that longing is a sign of depth. But what if this isn't love? What if it's a trap, a psychological loop designed to keep you stuck? The real question isn't why she acts this way, it's why you allow it to define you. This limbo you're in, this space between rejection and hope, isn't just emotionally exhausting. It's quietly reshaping your reality. Cognitive biases like confirmation bias and sunk cost fallacy keep you tethered to her, as your brain clings to every shred of evidence that she might change her mind. Neurologically, the intermittent reinforcement of her attention, those fleeting moments of connection, triggers dopamine spikes, addicting you to the cycle of uncertainty. It's not love. It's a chemical dependency masquerading as emotion. Culturally, we've been conditioned to romanticize this dynamic. Movies, songs, and stories glorify the chase, framing persistence as heroic and rejection as a challenge to overcome. But in real life, this narrative is corrosive. It keeps you trapped in a loop of self-doubt, where your worth becomes contingent on someone else's approval. Over time, this erodes your sense of identity, leaving you hollow, questioning not just her intentions, but your own value. The consequences ripple outward. By staying in this limbo, you're not just delaying your healing, you're reinforcing a pattern that will repeat in future relationships. You're teaching yourself that love is supposed to hurt, that you must earn it through suffering. But what if the real tragedy isn't her rejection? What if it's the life you're sacrificing while waiting for her to choose you? The question isn't whether she'll change her mind. It's whether you'll change yours. The first step to breaking free isn't about her. It's about you. It's about reclaiming the narrative you've been living, the one that says your worth is tied to her approval. Jean-Paul Sartre once wrote, "Hell is other people," but he also reminded us that we are condemned to be free. This is your moment of rebellion, to choose freedom over the comfort of uncertainty, to step out of the shadow of her indecision and into the light of your own agency. Start by shifting your perspective. Instead of asking, "Why doesn't she want me?" Ask, why am I settling for less than I deserve? This isn't about blame. It's about empowerment. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychologist, taught us that even in the most oppressive circumstances, we have the power to choose our response. You may not control her actions, but you control yours. Set boundaries not to punish her, but to honor yourself. Stop interpreting her mixed signals as hope. Stop waiting for her to validate your worth. Instead, redirect that energy inward. Invest in your passions, your friendships, your growth. History is filled with stories of those who broke free from emotional chains, artists, thinkers, and everyday people who chose self-respect over the illusion of love. This isn't just about moving on. It's about rewriting the script. It's about realizing that the most powerful love isn't the one you chase. It's the one you build within yourself. The question isn't whether she'll miss you. It's whether you'll finally choose you. Here's the truth that will set you free. Her indecision isn't about you. It's about her. Her mixed signals, her lingering presence, her inability to let go. These are reflections of her own inner conflict, not your worth. You've been staring into a mirror, trying to find answers in her eyes, but the reflection was always distorted. The real mirror is within you, and it's time to look. The ultimate realization is this: love isn't something you earn or chase. It's something you embody. It's the quiet confidence of knowing your value, regardless of who sees it. It's the courage to walk away from what doesn't serve you, even when it hurts. And it's the understanding that rejection isn't a verdict on your worth. It's a redirection toward something greater. This isn't just about her. It's about the life you're meant to live, the love you're meant to find, the person you're meant to become. The paradox of rejection is that it often leads us to our deepest growth if we let it. It's a catalyst, a call to shed the old and step into the new. So, when she rejects you, but still acts interested, do this. Walk away. Not out of anger, but out of self-respect. Not because you don't care, but because you care enough to choose yourself. The final truth is this: the love you've been waiting for isn't out there. It's within you, waiting to be claimed. And the moment you realize that is the moment your life truly begins. I know you have subscribed the channel because I know you liked the video. Am I right?